If you are an SMB, a small to mid-sized business, and you are considering using artificial intelligence for your marketing, this video is for you. Now, there is absolutely no doubt that artificial intelligence is incredibly powerful and it can do so many things. It's changing everything that we know this day and age. However, we are going to discuss the risks, the concerns, and even dangers that nobody really talks about. Of course, you probably know that AI can develop an entire marketing plan or even a campaign in less than 30 seconds. It's astounding. So, does that mean that marketers like myself are going to be out of business? Think again. However, before we go any further, I want to just clarify a few things at the outset. When we talk about artificial intelligence, there's really two distinct types. Of course, you have your standalone or your generative AI, such as ChatGPT and Gemini, and there's others. And you also have what I call platform AI, which are integrations. Artificial intelligence that's integrated into other platforms that have specific jobs to do. For example, you have your Meta Ads platform, you have your Google Ads platform. And that type of AI is also incredibly powerful and useful, but they're very distinct conversations. And yet both can seriously hurt a business if you're not careful or at least understand it. Welcome. I'm Brian Pandicio, and I am a marketing and design consultant with over 40 years of experience in the real world. And I've seen just about every marketing shift and trend you can imagine over the decades. We could go way back if you want, but I'll spare you. However, AI is truly different. It's changing everything as we know it. But it also is being dangerously misunderstood. So here's what AI can do. For example, you can feed it your website if it's well written. Why not? Include that. What about your services or a comprehensive list of products that you offer? How about your brand or your story? How about your business goals? These are all things that you can share with AI, and boom, you'll end up getting a whole bunch of things or results, such as your campaigns. It might outline an entire campaign for you. It's going to give you copy suggestions. It's going to give you possibly funnel or lead generation schematics and how you should structure that. It's going to give you content calendars. And it's amazing. It's fast, it's polished, and it's extremely convincing. On the surface, it's really quite brilliant. But here's the problem. And trust me, I have put it to the test. After all, I of all people want to know exactly what it can do and what it's capable of, because let's be real, my livelihood depends on it. But I've even reverse engineered a lot of these results. And here's what I've found. Most of what AI produces is a far cry from actual strategy. It's what I call plausible sounding output, if you will. And there's a big difference. When small and mid-sized businesses gives AI carte blanche to run and gun with their marketing plan, they often end up with recycled platitudes, trendy language, but with no spine or substance. Strategies that are optimized for appearance oftentimes, but horrible when it comes to, or deficient when it comes to actual performance. It feels intelligent, it sounds modern, but underneath, you're often trapped inside what I call a synthetic echo chamber. We often forget that AI operates in a closed ecosystem of existing data. What does that mean in layman's terms? What you're going to see is consensus thinking. You're going to get a lot of averaged advice or suggestions. And most importantly, you're going to see a lot of safe assumptions. It doesn't challenge your market. It doesn't question your unique positioning. It doesn't understand your particular business nuances. It basically reinforces what already exists, which is why so many AI-driven campaigns feel familiar, but oftentimes very forgettable. Now, this is where I want to slow things down just a bit, because this is where you can find your budget, your marketing budgets can disappear real quick. And we're going to talk about inside platforms such as Google Ads and Meta Ads. There's this other layer of AI that exists, and it's designed for automation and scale. And if you simply turn it loose, it's going to give you broad match keywords, broad keyword phrases. In other words, let the algorithm figure it out for you. Let's not mince words. It's a shortcut. You can burn through a budget faster than anybody's business, and I've seen it. You may ask why? Because that AI is designed to keep the platform spending. I personally call it proprietary AI. Sorry, folks. It simply doesn't protect your margins or respect your lead generation sales cycle. Remember, they get paid for the almighty click, not to make your campaigns work harder, to optimize conversions or increase click-through rates. Low click-through rate is always the telltale sign. So here's the truth moment. I have literally gone totally manual mode when it comes to my campaigns. And the result or proof is in the pudding. You immediately start to see a higher click rate, a higher conversion rate. Again, there are certain things that you have to be extremely careful about. Now, to be fair, platform AI can be incredibly useful. It's excellent at suggesting headline variations, for example, generating subheads and copy descriptions and different alternative options that you can weigh. Testing creative combinations. Say you'd want to do an A/B testing. AI can be very useful in that situation. But those are strictly assistive tools. But here's the facts that most people don't want to hear. Platform AI does not have your best interest in mind when it comes to forcing efficiency, tightening your intent, or protecting your ad spend. It doesn't know when not to spend your money. That still requires human strategy, discipline, and experience. Now that we've addressed the AI that's built into these advertising platforms, let's step back. Because that's not the AI that most businesses are actually leaning on. What I'm talking about and where the bigger misunderstanding lives is in the standalone or generative AI platforms. The kind that promises to replace thinking and not support it. So this is what AI can't see. Generative AI doesn't understand things like local behavior, regional buying patterns, neighborhood economics. How about emotional buying triggers? It doesn't see traffic flow, for example, or seasonality. Service friction. What about real customer objections? These things don't live in data sets. They live in real-world, boots on the ground understanding of the customer's journey and lived experiences. So again, here's another uncomfortable truth. AI doesn't fail because it's dumb by any means. It fails because it has no accountability, no intuition, no instinct, no responsibility for results. After all, it's not AI's money, is it? It's yours. When a campaign underperforms, AI doesn't rethink its assumptions. A strategist does. And this is where I happen to see businesses getting in trouble all the time. A business owner tries to save money. They assign marketing to an employee and let them loose with artificial intelligence. Now, these are good intentioned and smart people, but are they actually made accountable for the ROI? AI doesn't care. The employee isn't responsible for revenue. And 3 months later, the budget's gone and not much to show for it. That's not that's not a people problem, but it's actually a strategy problem. In my opinion, professional marketing can't be delegated downward or be automated away. When you hire the right marketing partner and their performance, this is important, when their performance is tied directly to results and revenue, that's called accountability. There should be a fundamental switch in entrepreneurial thinking. Marketing should stop being a cost of doing business on the ledger column and become an investment in a powerful growth machine. So where does AI actually belong? Well, not as the architect or the captain of the ship, but as an assistant. After a strong strategy is well defined, AI can do many things. It can accelerate research. It can generate multiple variations. It can support ideation, graphic imagery, video imagery, improve efficiencies. But that's leverage. That's intelligent use of AI. From my experience, the most profitable campaigns don't come from prompts. They come from real-world insight, context, good judgment, and above all, experience. Because marketing isn't about sounding smart. It's about generating demand, creating momentum, and producing a healthy return on your marketing dollars. So AI can amplify a strong strategy, but it can't take responsibility for results. It can't or is not going to protect your budgets or course correct, say, when your ad performance drops severely. It cannot create the entire scalable infrastructure that's required for an effective marketing plan. Only humans can do that. So this is my take on marketing. If you want real growth, don't outsource critical thinking. Don't hand over strategy, and don't gamble your budget to automation. Use AI as a tool. Use platforms wisely, but rely on human strategy to protect your investment and drive real return on your investment. Because business marketing results are really the only thing that matters. Subscribe to my channel if you are an SMB, entrepreneur, and want to learn more about marketing your business.